Welcome, brothers. It's the first video update of our Kansas City Premier Fantasy Football League. This will be the 2014 midseason update for Week 9. So it's my first time doing this. Hopefully everything works all right, and we'll see how it goes. If you guys have any comments or concerns, you can keep them to yourself. First off, I just want to say congratulations to all you Royals fans. I know last night was a huge victory. Today, being as it's after midnight, could be arguably the biggest day in the history of Kansas City sports. So, wishing the Royals best of luck here in about 19 hours. So, anyways, let's get this started. So, first off, we can start with last week's recap. As you can see here, I played Drew. Don't really need to talk about that. High score obviously didn't fare too well for him. Tim looks like he won for the 6th week in a row, possibly, over the Blue Cock Goblins, making Zach another team at 4-4. We got Langner on the opposite end of the good luck side. Again, we could say he's a hard luck loser every week. Had one of the toughest schedules of the season. As you can see, he played Keith. Keith put up a pretty respectable 168. Right in the middle of the pack, 4th and 5th, we had Kale versus Rich. Rich with a pretty good showing of 165. The battle for last place, we have Pipes and Dean. Pipes and Dean putting up high scores for their respective records, with Pipes pulling it out in the end. And finally, we had Chopper and Murdoch, the game nobody cares about. So we'll move on to the current standings. Weeks, we currently have Tim in first, myself in second, both riding pretty long win streaks, so we'll see if we can keep it up this next week. Keith in third, followed by Kale. And then we got the log jam in the middle. 4-4 teams. We got Rich, Zach, Chopper, Drew, all battling out with Murdoch, Langner, Diener, and Pipes bringing up the rear. But the good news for all you guys, it is only week 9 this week, so I think with 4 or 5 regular season games remaining, everybody still has a realistic chance of making the playoffs. Tim, I think with one more win, you might possibly be able to lock up a playoff spot, but don't audit me on that one. So right here, let's do a little projection comparison. Had some discussions with some of you guys, usually Zach or Keith, or sometimes Diener on the G chat. But basically what we have here from left to right, we have the draft day projections on one side, the current projections on the right side. And if you look at the first 3, they're actually all aligned simultaneously with what the current standings are. We have Tim, myself, and Keith head in the pack in all 3 projections. So some people say these aren't very accurate, but I can say from how we're standing to the draft day, to their current projections, they're not too bad. And then we get into where a little bit of the inaccuracies and discrepancies kind of aligned. So we'll start with Pipes. Pipes on draft day was projected to be 4th. Currently, he's obviously in 12th, so we know they're off on both accounts on that one. And currently, he's projected to finish 9th, just 1 spot out of the playoffs. So maybe a little luck can help him move up into the top 8. And then we got Diener, currently in 11th place, was projected on draft day to be 5th. And Dean is saying you're not going to win another game the rest of the season. So hopefully they're wrong for your sake, but I like to keep you in that trend this week, as we'll match up here in just a second. people faring a little better than they were projected. Langner, it says you're going to make the playoffs. Obviously, you can see you've got 1554. Oh, wait, sorry. There's where he's at. He's got 1,100 against him thus far. Obviously, the highest score against him, points against in the league. So that's why I called you the bad luck loser earlier. So we'll see if you can turn the season around. Anyways, the other guys doing all right. Rich, obviously, God knows how you ever do anything. And then we have Chopper. Anything was better than the 0-13 projection that you had at the beginning of the season. So that being said, let's look at the current power rankings. These are also published on Yahoo. So if you don't know how to do it, just click on the drop-down menu and filter for power rankings, and it'll show you where you're at. Currently, for the remainder of the season, it has myself in first, Tim in second, Kale third, Keith fourth. You guys can read the rest. I don't know that I believe Pipes will make it back up to sixth, but we'll see. It could be interesting. So, Diener, best of luck bringing up the rear, buddy. All right, now what everybody wanted to see from the get-go. So here is our current horse competition. Currently, there are 5 competitors remaining weeks to go. Last 2 will head off in the final 2 weeks. If you don't know exactly how this works, I think for both the first and second year, both Keith and I face each other in the final. I know I took second to first year and won it last year, but currently we have Murdoch and Baloo, who've just kind of skimping by through the year, not high, not low, but hey, sometimes you want to be behind the scenes and you can make stuff happen at the end of the year. We also have Osborne, who's got a high score for 1 week, Chopper, who's got a high score for 1 week, and then myself, who's still alive and somehow has 3 high scores, which doesn't typically happen. So if our league kind of holds true to form, I'm guessing that's not going to be very good for me come playoff time. That would be an early exit if our seasons hold true to form. So there you go. We got 5 guys left. Once again, it's Murdoch, myself, Baloo, Osborne, and Phillips in the horse competition. Here we got the Week 9 preview. Obviously, some people haven't set their lineups. I know there's a lot of buys this week. Early indications are that I'm going to smash Diener. We got Tim, Murdoch, Langner, Goblin, Kale and Keith, battle for 3rd place. Then we got Pipes and Rich, and Chopper and Drew. All right, now let's go to a little bit of the league pick'em, guys. As you can see here, nobody's really doing any of this crap. So I'm going to show you guys how easy it is, just so you can maybe possibly have a little bit more fun with this league. So let's see if I can screen share. This guy. All right. So this is where I can actually go through and do the exercise of predicting who's going to win. So we got Week 9, Timmy G versus Murdoch. Do a little preview. Tim, some reason, is going to play RG3. I'm guessing his quarterback's on bye. Yeah, if you see there, he's got a big bye bug. So we'll see if RG3 even plays. If not, nobody's going to see this right now, but it would be a good idea to go pick up a quarterback to screw Tim over. Then we got Murdoch. You can't fault him for playing Andrew Luck every week, as he is the #1 rated quarterback and player, I think, in the league. But dang, Big Daddy, that's got to hurt having Roethlisberger on your bench last week. So we won't rub it in too much, but we'll see how you fare this week. Anyways, after looking at that, I think that Tim is obviously going to probably roll again. I can pick myself because I know I'm going to smash Diener. Knock on wood. Pipes, we'll go with you. As I said, you're going to win a few games in a row. So there's 3 submitted. Cock Goblin and Langner. Usually don't have to look at Zach's team, but seeing that Rogers is out on bye, and he's got 5 other players on bye, 4 to be exact, it brings me great joy to pick against the Blue Cock Goblin. Langner, I think you're going to win. Got to go with my boy Keith here for 3rd in the preview. We'll check the preview here. Keith's team namesake is out. He can finally get rid of the Bears defense. Titans on bye. Keith, I love you, buddy, but actually I'm going to have to go with Kale. I think Kale is going to prevail. So then we got Drew and Chopper here towards the bottom. Stafford's on bye for Chopper. Megatron, will he even play? How's that Calvin Johnson pick looking right now, Drew? Look at that. Look at that. There's a lot of donuts there, buddy. Just saying, man. We them boys got to rub it in a little bit. We'll still go with you. Taking all the favorites. As you can see, week 7, it worked out for me. There's a perfect week. And finally, you can take a glance just for giggles. You can see that stacked team on the left. Whedon boys, always open for trades. But there you guys have it. So that's pretty much the mid-season update. There's still plenty of season left. Wishing everybody back. This is what we're all playing for. So not that guy. Sorry, he's not supposed to be in there. Just when Megan's gone. But as you can see, this is what we're playing for. Wish you guys the best of luck. Maybe somebody else can keep it company, but I'll do my part to hold on to it for another year. So we'll holler at you later. Go Royals.